We made the news.
Did we?
We made the news.
How so?
Well, Javi, let me tell you how. A little podcast. That one podcast of the year 2024. Of the year. Says it on the trophy right there. Right there. We had Usain Bolt on the podcast. I had quite a bit to say about his whole situation with SSL.
Yeah.
And that nothing has been happening there over the past 2 years. Now, it has stirred a great deal of debate. It seemed like the majority of the people are with him and for him and say, the man need to get back his money. While there have been some people that raise the question, say, hey, you invested in a private entity. Why is it then that essentially tax money must be dedicated to you and getting your money back? When it's you made the decision to invest into a private entity? Why is it that the government is being blamed and the government should sort this out? Right? I believe we've had this discussion, this discussion to when the news did first. The outing of the ecosphere. But yeah, kind of reignite again with this whole thing. And plus, there's news about there's new news here. What's the new news, Ari?
Apparently, his money was stolen before
it got to SSL account.
And this is from Nationwide. Nationwide News understands that a high-level probe facilitated by international forensic investigators who were hired to examine the debacle at collapsed brokerage house Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL, has found that a substantial portion of Usain Bolt's reported principal investment was stolen before it ever reached an account at SSL. The stolen development comes in the wake of a recent interview given by the track legend, and could I put the fixes, in which he insisted that it's the government that holds the key to him being reimbursed is almost $2 billion.
Yeah, they put it in the actual summary earlier this week.
And put it in
Both told the popular podcast The Fix he has been frustrated with the pace of the investigation.
But in his new story though? Oh, there's us on Nationwide.
Oh, that's the website.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Larry, you don't have to play about the clip. Okay. They played it on Nationwide.
This is like almost at a stalemate, isn't it? But at some point, we have to figure out something and make a move. Because you can't just lose all of that stuff.
Yeah, alright, I was there. Oh, you just playing the clip for the people in here again? Alright. We were there, yeah. But okay.
Right. So it's like from government, is it from the government perspective?
Yeah, the government alone really can't do nothing. Big boy, this don't answer. And them are the only person who can go in and say, yo, this need to fix.
Yeah.
You understand?
And how active are they in the case?
It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Yo, the man said some fixing need for going. That was just gold right there.
Yeah.
That was gold. And said it on the fix. You know? The timing of the story I find very kind of weird.
You saw this
So I'm
part
seeing
too?
another one.
You see the part where them say they have found that Bolt's management team was sent fake invoices and updates by criminal accused Jinan Pantan. So they got fake invoices and
So this
updates.
is not making any sense. This is only possible if Bolt didn't make the check payable to SSL. Even if the check was made payable to broker acting on behalf of SSL, SSL is still liable. So it does not matter if the money did not reach SSL.
Yeah, them still fucking liable. Like this just seemed like a red herring thing to me. Say, hey, look over here. You know, like somebody are going to some fuckery, so in my view. Why when him do that interview would we know this news just breaks all of a sudden?
All of a sudden.
It just seemed very weird.
See it, yeah?
I just seem like say, yo, them a try deep in the rabbit hole. And I try make it seem like say, oh, here's another hurdle in you getting back your money. The money never did in the first place. I don't know. It just seemed weird.
With the benefit of this report, their own investigations and through collaboration with other law enforcement agencies, the FID has publicly reported that a file was submitted to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution for the consideration of criminal charges against individuals linked to the SSL network of companies and or the companies pursuant to the Proceeds of Crime Act. Wow.
Ari, you might not like where I might take this.
What do you mean?
And you might not like it.
Why?
I don't know, this have government written all over it.
Wow.
I don't know what to mean, man. Because even you have my girl, Venetia Phillips, I drive the narrative, say, yo, you go invest. She make a tweet. I don't know why they show me. Did you get advice or directive from government? You read it in the girly voice.
Did you get advice or directive from government directly or indirectly regarding making the investment you made and then lost? Was it all privately done? Have you sued the person who managed your affairs?
And then Bolt replied, hey, big man.
Trying to victim shame
Javi,
me.
where were they?
Don't be a syndicate.
Where were they? You missed that. Oh, they were the laugh.
Keep it together.
Hey, big man. Yeah, try big victim shame me. Right? You read all right? Have you sued the person who managed your affairs? These questions, if answered, will give us here perspective. And then both respond, trying to victim shame me. Don't be a syndicate. So both definitely not hold back, yes, or nor should he.
Right.
2 years is a long time for go without so much money. Both not holding back. And it's clear that the frustration is rising with him. And it should.
Exactly.
Keep people,
applying pressure.
Yeah, and I don't get why people know, at least the people that are raising the argument say, oh, I'm investing at a private organization, private entity. It just seems like them not have empathy towards the situation, in my view. And it just seems like, to me, they don't get his point of view, or them don't get the viewpoint, say, yo, Bolt must have had, and I got this from our conversation, must have had conversations with the powers that be. Only know who the powers that be are. And I think that certain assurances were given to the man. And in a theme point of view, these assurances haven't been lived up to and have not been delivered. I feel like, say, yo, he was promised certain things. And during the 2 years, him not see where the promises are being delivered. I saw me a pre.
You could be onto something.
Me pre same talk to the powers that be, and the powers that be say, yo, we are going to help. A foolish this.
Yeah.
You're a legend. A whole heap of money you bring in at the country.
And then it gets swept under the rug.
I feel so, Jobs. So for the people them who want to say, oh, man, the government, me feel like, say, him have conversations, me reiterate, him have conversations with the powers that be. And he was promised certain things.
Yeah.
And the man has to say, yo, nothing now go on. A 2 year now. Hush.
Wow. Him can buy
2
back.
Right?
Most of people are say, him never hear about Cash Plus. And I'm like,
No,
Cash Plus they
different.
crash.
Yeah, and it different. Yeah.
SSL never crash
But
yet.
no, but SSL Cash Plus is different from SSL Cash Plus and Unlinked. They were Ponzi money pyramid schemes.
Yeah.
SSL showed itself as a legitimate investment firm where people put their money in, and that is covered by the regulatory bodies in Jamaica with
The government.
the FSC, DOJ. Yeah.
All right. And with that now, with news going out there, it's out there. News are circulate allegedly.
Yeah.
Say government people's monies tie up in a SSL and then withdraw it close to when this debacle happened. This is allegedly what happened. You see me? Which would speak towards things like insider trading. It's very spooky shit.
Yeah.
I would be very paranoid if I was him. And it clears to the man paranoid. Me not wrong him. Nobody could blame this man for asking the questions that he's asking.
Yeah.
So again, for the people them out there, as him said, a victim shame him. Shame upon them. To me, Because it's clear to me.
It's true.
Say the man was promised certain things and they have not been delivered.
Yeah, I agree because
clear.
I get the question that Venetia posing, saying like, was he aware, things like that. But you're right, like he did all that he could because as he mentioned that he had a business manager that was I guess the intermediary between himself and Jinan. So the intermediary is no longer around him in his circle. He mentioned that. So somebody's held accountable, but the money is still not recovered. And I feel like that is why we put people in place. We know that we don't have all the information. It's like, you go to the doctor, like you say, well, all right, I do my executive profile. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm bringing you the money. I'm doing what I need to do. And then the at the end when I did a stage 4 cancer, it's like, oh, I never know, or like I have high blood pressure or like something the disease. I've been doing what I need to do. I've been taking my blood pressure or doing the checks and managing my health, but then you miss something,
right?
So
and you were supposed to do your part.
You're supposed to do your part. I do my part. I go into the doctor. I'm taking the checkups. I'm doing the checkups, and then I did a stage 4 cancer now. And you're like, oh, we missed this about 2 years. And I was like, wait, what? Like you can understand the frustration that you as a patient feel. So I don't think that it's fair for people to try and blame him. Of course, like yes, he had a business manager. That's him probably not know about investing. Him not have an idea of what investing is or where to invest his money. So that's why him hire his business manager, and then the business manager work with Jinan and SSL to help for him to keep his money safe, one, and keep him money, help grow his money.
Yeah.
So you can't really blame Bolt for that. You can't blame him for that. And this is why you put it in a bank, because if una fuck up, I must get back my money. It's like, it's one thing for me, like if it's me, like withdraw the money and put it in a one pyramid scheme or something and you lose it. Well, then okay, that would be up to me. But the mere fact that is your employer or employee, and whatever, I guess my business manager, but if really your employee is the one that is taking blame and responsibility for this, I need back my money. I need to be compensated. I need to.
Tell you something else though. They say the money that him earn over the years, the status that he has acquired over the years, it make him can take a peek behind the curtain a little bit. I talk about like it make him then at least get a peek at how certain circles operate and how certain things are done.
Yeah.
With certain high degrees of society. And him probably say, yo, there's certain things that Dave went through that got fixed.
Yeah.
That's similar to this, that got fixed just like that.
So
while him got through, that's why the man say, the man have to really reconsider when I'm there in the totem pole. In a Jamaica, because it feel like say we did reach a certain place, but like when this happened to him now, man have to take a check and say, wait there, come and see me, I have a peek at what go on, and like, I know like if this happened to certain man, like it wouldn't carry on for so long.
Your money gone today, you get it back tomorrow.
Get it back, yeah. So him now, what do so much for the country? What do so much for people in Jamaica? That thing, him a think so, but say, wait, where are they going?
For even steps, baby steps maybe, to actually start getting back something. Not all.
No, once I die.
No progress. Nothing.
I think what is even more frustrating with him, it's not like fine, it's gonna be some time, and we have to remember that Bolt is not the only person that was defrauded by SSL. Others. So I think what's frustrating with him, or why he's frustrated from what I gather doing the interview with him, is as if there's no communication. So there's nothing. So like they don't know what's happening. I'm not sure. So it's like, yeah, the money thief. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're gonna sort it out. All right. Okay. So it's like, I think what needs to happen, I don't know if it's SSL, but then again, is the matter, because I was talking to somebody and I was like, is the matter over into the police jurisdiction? Like, is it turned over to the police? And apparently it's not there yet. So they don't have. So I'm like, even if the government getting involved with that would be just like to hold somebody sort of criminally responsible. Even though Jinan seemed to be the one taking, well, Pantan, she's the one taking the fall for it. But maybe there are other people who, oversight that happen, and that's the case. But
she just seems like a big scapegoat to me right now.
Yeah, I just think that
big heads need to roll.
I think what needs to happen, I don't know if it would be, that's easy, we need to remember that SSL is a private entity. Yeah. And they're not, so people's like the government, like the government does not run SSL. They don't have any controlling stake in SSL. So we need to understand that, because remember, say, it's like with the NCB, people personal accounts have been defrauded by NCB employees. They're held criminally responsible. But they do control the regulatory bodies that oversee them. Exactly. So that's what I say, like, we need to. There must be a paper trail though, in which they can help. Exactly. But I'm just saying, it's just what needs to happen is communication. A great injustice that has happened. I think what needs to happen is communication. To have the nation's greatest sons. And as I just said, what needs to happen is communication. I believe so too. Like, Harvey like saying he hasn't been properly communicated. Whoever is doing, if there is going to be criminal reprimand or charges, yeah, that's going to be laid towards probably, I don't know, whoever, more people at SSL. I think the government needs to be like, well, okay, this is the timeline. How can we recover the in terms of recovering the money? This is what we need to do. We need to liquidate them assets. We need to ensure like where the money was spent. If it was spent on assets like so homes, cars, whatever the money was spent on, that can be sold and get back the money. That's what needs to happen. I will not say, like me say other people, I say, government need to give him back in money. I will say the government need to help for giving back in money. Yeah. I feel like there's more that the powers that they. But then you have to remember, say it's not just Bolt, I know it's not just Bolt. Everybody who was defrauded, right? Because if it seems as if the government was only focused on trying to get back Bolt his money, then if me have money in it, and I mean, it's not $12 million, but $1 million. Make I say what happened to my $12 million, and just because me and nobody, so you have to always also remember that optics as well. Yeah. So what needs to happen is that the government or whoever that be, the powers that be, whether in the government or in the regulatory bodies or in private sector, need to ensure that communication is happening to everybody, whoever was defrauded, that them know step by step what is happening and the timeline in which they can recover the money. Yep. Yeah.
That's the same sentiment that I have. And as much as they're saying that the government has nothing to do with SSL because it's a private entity, there must be some way that they can help to speed up the process. True. Because it's going too slow. 2 years. 2 years. So obviously, somebody needs to step in.
Can you imagine if Bolt wasn't a part of the defrauded? Exactly. Oh yeah, this would have just sweep under the rug. Just so. The man have a fad from one little podcast to come talk.
Right? And he has been
the man have got
so patient.
So patient.
The man now rant on social media and make it and people are cussing uglier.
People are cussing and saying you even loud this up even more. You're too silent, brother.
But he was ready to talk and let people remind people that hey, I'm still without my money.
Which we're grateful for that it was choose our platform to talk about. But yeah. This need to be resolved. Yeah. This need to be resolved. It's I get very spooky, It I get spooky.
Enough people in other entities that get defrauded and they don't get back their money. That's also something that we need to.
True. Yep. More people say that for say
conversation. I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I think it's just unfortunate that Bolt, as them say at Jamaica, pride and joy. this happened to. You just wish that it didn't happen to anybody. But I'm just saying that there are
Yeah.
several people that have been defrauded that they still haven't been able to recoup.
People should be comfortable with investing in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And
Yup.
after this,
Yeah.
it's gonna have a lot of people skeptic. Like,
That's true.
And as we have been rightly speculating over the years, say, yo, he never wants to say nothing because he love Jamaica. And he knows say if him talk, people who, the people who would have liked to invest in Jamaica, them are going to think twice and say, should I when this happen to Usain Bolt?
Bolt, the legend.
The legend.
Nah.
That means to them would have did scam Bob too. Yeah, man. Anyways, hopefully this gets sorted out.